Oh, yeah, there it is. Tarah Who in the latest released Asian Blood. Once again, Tarah Who is Coralie Herve on drums and backing vocalist, and Tarah Carpenter on pretty much everything else. And with us today, live via Zoom, is Tarah and Coralie of Tarah Who. Hello and welcome to Hair Metal Mixtape, Tarah and Coralie. How you guys doing?
Hi,
Thank
hi.
you.
How are you?
Good.
Having us.
I was asking you before where you guys are calling in from. Where are you each calling in from?
Dana Point, California.
Dana Point. And
Yeah, same.
Dana Point.
Same.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Is that where you guys first landed when you came over from France, or have you guys moved around the California area?
LA. I was around LA. I moved around LA, Koreatown, Echo Park, and all that, North Hollywood. But yeah, for me.
Yeah, same. Landed actually in Hollywood at the beginning. Yeah, and after I moved to Studio City, and after Dana Point here. Yeah.
Dana Point, a lot nice reviews.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Definitely a lot prettier, yeah. So what would you guys say is probably the most obvious, how do I put this? Like the most obvious differences of when you lived in France and now you live here? Like what's the one thing you can definitely say, holy crap, it's different?
The weather.
Weather.
Yeah, I love the warmth.
Nice. So
I do not like being cold.
Oh, I hear you on that one. How often do each of you go back?
We try to go back at least once a year. Coco, maybe more, right? If you can. But
yeah. Trying mostly last year I did summer and holidays, Christmas. And Christmas. Right. So let's say kind of every 6 months, kind of.
So you go back and get a little taste of the winter over there and then you come back.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome. So we just heard the single Asian Blood. And I feel like by listening to it and reading those lyrics, it's almost like some kind of I felt like it was like a midlife crisis or even like a quarter life crisis. Is that what it's about?
I guess you can take it like that. Yeah, I think it was more a realization. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, I think you're right. But it was more a realization of like, oh shit, like I'm getting old, you know? So, and it's just the fear of not having time to do everything I want to do, you know? So, you know, some windows are closing, some natural windows are closing. And you know, it's like, okay, well, the music is going well. Like, why, you know, I also, for instance, wanted to have children, you know, like just things like that. Just like a bunch of stuff happening in my head. And there goes Asian Blood.
Kind of like that fear of missing out thing too, right?
Oh, completely. Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy, man. So is this one single of an album to come or an EP to come, or was this kind of just like a one-off?
Oh no, there's an album coming. Yeah. It's just that the rest of we were supposed to release more singles. As independent musicians, you can kind of do whatever you want, right? Mm-hmm. So my plan was different, but we have something in the works. And we want to give the opportunity to maybe release with them. And so we're kind of like on hold right now, if that makes sense. We can't say much.
Right.
So, but I have a lot of things ready to come out, you know.
Gotcha.
I'm just waiting.
So let me ask you this then. Do you feel that the new stuff that's going to be released or whatever, what would you say is the major differences between that and the last album, Exposed, or even the album Little Out There, or the EPs even?
I think, you know, it's kind of funny. I think the identity maybe a little bit. It's not that we changed in like genre of music. It's just like there's something happening. Also this one is mixed by Norm Block, who's the producer for L7, for instance, or I can't think of all the bands right now, but so there's a little punch that we don't have on the other songs maybe. And we're just trying a few things on this one. There are a lot of collaborations. So actually, "Push Me" was the first song from that album that came out.
Okay.
And that's and then we have a few more collaborations that are going to be on this album, and that's why this album will be called, unless the label doesn't want it to be called like that, but the Collaboration Project.
The Collaboration Project. That's what you're thinking about calling it?
Yes.
That's awesome.
We got in touch with a bunch of friends from all around the world who we've been in touch with, who are as hard working musicians as we are. And the idea is to help each other out. And, like maybe, with this song, some people from Tarah who are going to find out about this new band, and then the other way around. So that was the idea behind this album.
Spread the love. Spread the love.
Yes.
So later in the mixtape, I'm going to be spinning the song "Supposedly a Man."
All right.
And I was reading the lyrics, man, and I thought it was, at the same time, as funny as they were, it was definitely sad but true. Was that something going on in your personal orbit, or just is it like something representing in general around the globe, which pretty much feels that way anyway?
It's always a personal story. No, I dealt with this dude personally. Yeah. It's just so yeah, no, I was a bartender, and he came in and he was completely wasted, and he wanted me to get him a drink, and I said, "I'm sorry, I can't. I mean, I just can't. There's a law. I don't want the responsibility if something happens. I mean, I don't even need to explain." Turns out, like his friend came to the bar, and he said, "Oh, I know her. She's cool. She also," because I had two jobs, so she also works there, and she'll get you a drink. I said, "No, I won't. I will not." And then he complained to my boss, and my boss, who happened to be a guy, said, "Tarah, just give him the fucking beer." I'm like, "Okay, you know what? It's your bar. So if you want to take that responsibility, you serve it to him. But then I don't want this customer anymore."
Right. Right.
Right. And then the next day, so the other person I was serving, he comes to me and he's showing me a picture, and he's like, "Look, you didn't understand it, but what happened was this person is actually this and this, and that's why, like when you said no, he just didn't like it." I'm like, and that's supposed to change my mind because why? And so that's what Supposedly a Man is about, because I should have understood from knowing where he was from that he was a special person that I should have served.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Yep, there's a lot of those. So with the band Tarah Who, right? I want to hear a little bit of like the origin story and evolution, and then kind of like when you get to Coralie, I want to hear like Coralie's version or her view from it too, how you met Tarah and how you guys ended up getting together. So I know, Tarah, you started pretty much by yourself, right? And then you were at 3-piece, I think, at one point.
Yeah, well, actually, so I started as a singer-songwriter, then we were a 4-piece, then a 3-piece, and now a duo.
And how many years did you go before you hooked up with Coralie?
Well, I started it when I moved to LA, so in 2006. And Coco, when did you join?
2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
then Coralie, was Tarah looking for another band member? Tarah, did you fire everybody, or did Coralie come to you and say, "Yo, I got this"? How did it happen?
Say it, Coco.
The story is Tarah and I were friends on Facebook because I think we had some friends in common in Paris, like drummers around. So when before I moved here for school, I went to Musician Institute in LA. Mm-hmm. I saw she was living there, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm just gonna message her and be like, hey, I'm coming in LA in a few months. Do you have some tips about the life and the music scene and everything?" So that's how it started. And a few months after, I received a text from her and be like, hey, we playing at the Viper Room in a few days. Do you want to come and check it out? So I went there, and at the end, she was like, oh, actually, I'm looking for a new drummer. Will you be interested?
She tricked you.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted her to see the band for what it was, and then if she felt like she could do the same thing but with a better personality, then the deal was done.
So you guys auditioned for her.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
So Tarah, have you always wanted Tarah Who to be a live band, or like you're thinking about maybe just studio stuff, or you always just wanted to be a live thing?
Both live and studio. Yeah. Our live shows are completely different from the studio. Of course, we play the same songs, but we usually have instrumental parts, and we try to give a different experience. I think that's just because it's like kind of, I don't know if bands still do that, but I'm stuck in the 90s, and it was kind of like that. You had the album, and then you go to a show and you have a show, you know, and that way you want to go to the show. You're not going just to see the exact same thing that's in your iPhone or CD player at the time.
And you want to hear the new album too.
Yeah.
So with this new album, you're going to do these collaborations. Have you thought about how maybe you guys are going to pull it off live?
Yeah. Some of them, we'll see where it goes. Some of the songs are not going to be able to do, we're not going to be able to do live, but that's why we have other songs in that album that are just Tarah Who.
Nice.
And those we're going to be able to play. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what are you guys up to next? Do you have any shows booked or anything? Or would you guys, any summer festivals, maybe one-offs?
Yeah, we actually, we were on the phone right before being on the interview, and we just realized that we're going on tour in like 2 weeks or something. and it's a pretty big one. So we're going to go to the UK and France and Spain. And I was showing her the calendar because I was working on the schedule, and we don't have one day off. And we'll be gone for a month and a half, and we don't have a day off.
How are you guys doing it out there? You guys doing a van tour, or are you guys going to be on a bus, or?
We're gonna have like a SUV kind of car, and then luckily we've arranged with either other band members or venues to already have a back line, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But because even like with the electricity and all that, like it's just a nightmare if you have to bring everything,
Yeah, transformers and all that.
Everything stuff. Yeah. So luckily all of this is taken care of, and it's just getting from A to B.
Now, would it be just you two for the live show, or would you bring other band members?
It's just the two of us.
Nice.
We have a whole system. It's just the two of us, and that way it's I know it is reliable, and I only have to deal with her schedule, and it's easier on the road actually, and cheaper for hotels. So
is there anything on the road out there that you're looking forward to? Any countries that you're looking forward to? I mean, maybe besides going back to France, like what are you psyched about?
Honestly, the whole thing. I love playing in the UK, but we have a big show at the Hellfest coming up. Cool. We have a bunch of interviews lined up. That's fun. We have another festival in south of France. That's a motorcycle festival, surf and motorcycle.
Nice.
So I'm super stoked about that. I'm excited to go to Spain. The whole thing is going to be so much fun, and we're playing in her hometown too. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
What about you, Coralie? What are you looking forward to?
Kind of same. Always good to go back home, and just kind of traveling around, seeing some landscape and all of this stuff. And that would be kind of my first time to Spain. So I'm really
cool.
Looking forward to it. Yeah.
Nice. So when people can't see you guys live coming up, where's the best place to find you guys? Like your music, website, social media? What's the best place for everybody?
For music, I'd say website, and then you can find the Spotify links and everything. YouTube, if you're more of a visual person, and if you want to reach out to us, Instagram. Like we do have all of the other TikTok, Facebook, and all that, but we don't. I personally don't even go on it. But yeah, so that's why Instagram is my to go.
Yeah, everything could be a big rabbit hole. Just going down, down. Well, that's awesome. That seems to be all the time we have, but is there anything I might have missed that you guys want to let the listeners know before we go?
I think no, just stay tuned because we have a lot coming up, and we probably have big news coming as well. It's just that we can't say anything right now. So, all right. But thank you.
Yeah, Tarah and Coralie, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you guys. And thank you so much for doing this. It's totally fun. And when you do have some announcements or whatever, let me know, man. We can do this again.
Okay, sounds good for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Great meeting you guys. And I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Keep rocking.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Mixtape.